Hello, you beautiful people. What? 61% of you are not subscribed, but you watch the videos anyway? How rude. How about you hit that subscribe button, show me some love, and we can get on with the video. Now that that's out of the way and everyone is subscribed, like good little people you are, this video will be a massive game changer. We are changing the absolute outside and inside of this base to get ready for the sentry guns and everything that we want for it to stop the 100-day mark where they start breaking everything, destroying all of our shit. Once they actually get to that point, we are going to have to make sure we have everything, and I mean everything, ready to defend ourselves. I have set up cameras, as you can see in the last video, which I was very excited for, and I can't stop just watching these cameras. But as you see all the water going around the base, that is all going to be going this episode. We're going to try and flatten out the whole land underneath and make the downstairs actually movable and livable, and we can start farming and doing everything we need to do downstairs at the bottom. Now, I didn't want the whole base just to be cobblestone, so I actually went through the effort of smelting these bricks and stones and just trying to make it as nice as possible for your pleasure, really. So it took me a lot of cobblestone and a lot of coal just to melt these bricks down and make it all look pretty. This is pretty much my life. This was what I was doing for maybe 5 or 6 game days. And I was losing my mind at some point, but I wanted to do a lot of tests, and I wanted to keep putting torches down to see if it was the light levels that are making the zombies spawn. So as you can see, checking the cameras, nothing actually spawned while the lights were around like that. A lot of the ice is melting, but effectively nothing really spawned indoors. Even though it was blood moons, nothing was spawning. There was a few skeletons shooting their way through. Trying to anyway, but these zombies that managed to get in actually they died, really. I mean, they got pelted. It was their own fault, really. They shouldn't have come in. After watching them get absolutely destroyed by their own hostile mobs, I thought I need to get out here and start getting ready to go mine some cobblestone. I didn't even need to mine iron or anything like that, so I just got myself some carrots, got myself some food, and I went running out to mine some cobblestone and obviously get a load of coal as well, because I'm going to need that. So after jumping down and then mining it all and coming back, I started smelting all the cobblestone to make sure that I thought this would be enough to actually do the wall. It wasn't. It was far from it. So I thought I'll go back to the old school way of mining a tree, getting some wood, and making a load of these lamps, because I do want to make it pretty. And also I need to put lights going around the wall so they don't spawn on the wall, and obviously so it don't look too dark, because the walls will be fairly high. I looked at the hammers and that, they weren't really, they're not fun. So, mined some more wood, waited for the blood moon to be over, waited for the stones to be smelted, and went back to this again. This is all I was doing for way too long. And believe me when I say this, this is boring. I was thinking about live streaming this, but I mean, the amount of footage I had of the actual building the wall like this, I mean, this is what I was doing for far too long. I didn't need this in my life. I didn't need to keep doing this, but I did. I stuck to it. I wanted it all like this. I also put lights going around, I think it was around halfway. Started putting some lamps there just to make it look somewhat nice and bright as well, so as you look up it don't get absolutely dark. Check the cameras again, nothing actually spawned inside. If there was mobs inside, they sort of come in from the waterfall on the outside, but don't worry, that will be going. And look at this, I am back at the wall again. This is at 25 times speed, so you can imagine how long this took. And I believe I did run out of stone at some point. I then had to go back up, smelt more again, come running back down, and then try and finish the wall. I wanted to originally try and get it done in one day of Minecraft days, but you just can't do that. So the amount of times that I keep doing this, running it back up here, getting more, running back down. But this is what I'm calling the party gang. I mean, they are there constantly. I think it's because of the water flow, it's sort of keeping them there, but they don't move towards the water, they don't move out. I do have a sneak suspicion that they're calling their friends, and I was right. Look at this at night time, throwing a party. Like they don't have neighbours. I was up here trying to sleep, but they just didn't leave me alone, so I'll sort them out another day. This is me pretty much back on the wall again. I am working for Donald Trump at this point, but it did get to a point where I could then start sort of speed running it, doing it this way, and I went to town on it. I managed to get it done, which I was more than happy about. I also found these reinforced iron doors. I believe I spoke about this in the last video as well. These are a lifesaver. You put the keypad next to it, enter your code, and then entering that code now opens that door, which is perfect. So no mobs can break this door when it does finally get to that day. Now, seeing that I've made one door and I did have a spare one, the smartest thing to do was to actually make a way into the base without having to either go up a waterfall or the waterfall, because now I've done the walls, I'm going to need to make sure that there is an easy access way for me to get in. Now, this way will be reinforced in the next episode, so you'll see what I mean. But there will be security measures in place, so I'll be able to get through the door and enter my code in time before being attacked by zombies. Now at this point you'll see that I'm looking around and thinking to myself, we have come far from just a platform in the sky, but I am looking around the base now to think what I'm going to need to put. So I do want to put sort of guard towers going up into the corner, so easy access for me to run around. I then decided it's time to get rid of that hideous waterfall sound. Ran around the whole lot, blocked all the waterfall, destroyed these little birthday candles that I've got absolutely everywhere. Next on the agenda was to start building these modern walls. Now I did make the normal walls going round, but I didn't think they actually looked good. I mean, if this is going to be a somewhat decent build or base, I do want the modern builds, so I then put these walls going round to make sure I don't fall off, and it just looks nicer for the aesthetics. It does. These modern walls, they need to be in this game, like in vanilla, because just the style of them and the look of them just look a lot cleaner. They require the stone bricks and obviously the cobblestone as well for that centerpiece. But I sorted out this little exit at the back where my western door is, just so I haven't got only one entrance onto this platform. I do have two, so I thought I'd keep that western door. I spent the whole night, because now I've blocked this off, I can actually work through the blood moons. I haven't got to edit them out. I haven't got to just sit in my base. I can do a lot of stuff in my base and sort of underneath it as well at the same time. I started enchanting the shovel because ideally I need a good decent diamond shovel, and wanted to clean up these bottom parts of the massive wall going round just to make it look half decent. I messed up here. Now I took 2 blocks and didn't quite realise how many was behind this wall, and after I fought them all and wiped them all, I wasn't thinking there was going to be too many into the base and it would take me way too long, but there was only maybe 6-7 of them. So after patching the wall up, I saw another blood moon was rising, but I did not mind, because like I said, I can now work through these blood moons and don't have to worry about hiding up in my base. So my next agenda was to take down this horrible tower. This was when I was bored with lava and water, trying to kill the zombies whilst trying AFK. Looking around the base on the cameras, I wanted to see how much they were actually swarming and how many of the zombies were actually getting into the water, because I was concerned about the zombies going under the water and getting in my base that way. So at this point I decided it's about time I go there, block off the water, because knowing my luck, I am going to be building something in the base and then 200 zombies come in and that's it, I'm destroyed. So I started obviously getting some more wood, because you can never have too much wood. I can't wait to actually chop wood down on the ground, because At this height, when you're chopping wood, one fall and that's it, game over, the season's over. Flatten out the land, getting ready for what we want it to look like. So I don't want it to be uneven, I'd like it all one level. Getting rid of this. See, this is what I mean by getting zombies and mobs underneath the water. He got through a gap in the ice that had been melting, so I'm glad that I sealed it all up and stopped that from happening in the future. I cleared out this massive square because I wanted it even, so I didn't do it all at once. I sort of did one massive section. I did find a lot of zombie noises behind this wall, gave it a break, and well, you'll be able to see all these zombies were sitting there because they could detect me behind that wall. This is what I mean by once it gets to the point where they start breaking, they are going to come in thick and fast. So I thought I'd get myself a little bit of cheeky XP and hope for the best, really. I decided to finally get rid of these. I'd saved as many as I could, but they do disappear, and I want to put them on the outside of the base just as another layer of defense. And this is the part where I start doing the floor down there. I wanted to slab it. I did use the stone brick blocks at one point, then I decided I'll go back to slabbing just the top layer like this. I set a certain section for the farming area, so the one closest to the door is the farming area. Now this is the part where I have to say bye at the end of the video. I have a lot more that's already recorded and planned, so if you do like what you see and you want to see us evolve through this and fight the zombies to a certain extent and actually survive, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I will see you in the next one. See you soon.